In the previous video, I showed you a simple technique to improve speed in Supercruise. This was a simple method that any player can do even with a basic control setup like mouse and keyboard or a gamepad. The technique was not perfect, however. All we did was travel in a straight line from the star to the station and slowed down at the right time to ensure we didn't overshoot. We can apply additional techniques to A. make ourselves less vulnerable to pirates, particularly player pirates, and B. reduce our overall travel time even more. When you arrive at a star, your ship will be on the solar system's ecliptic. That is the plane on which most orbiting bodies will sit, like a disk. To get to a station, a lot of players will simply target it and head straight in that direction. That will lead to you spending a lot of time on the ecliptic between the star and the station. This area is where you are most vulnerable to being interdicted, as there will always be plenty of ships already behind you. You will be especially vulnerable as you make the final approach to the station, where you are the slowest and there are the most ships nearby. To mitigate this, we can start our journey to the station by following an arc that takes us out of the ecliptic and brings us back down on the station from above or below. This increases the overall distance you need to cover, but it also gives us other advantages that can in fact speed us up. Planets tend to rotate with their leading side rolling towards their parent star, like the Earth does. Moons of planets also tend to rotate around their parent planet in the same manner as the planet orbits their star. That is, along the ecliptic and in the same direction. That means very often we will find that the station is obscured by its planet or moon if we approach in a straight line. As we know, in Supercruise, passing close to a mass like a planet will reduce our speed. If we follow a path like this, we may get caught in the planet's gravity well and slow down our journey too much. By leaving the solar ecliptic and approaching the target planetary system from above or below, we can identify the precise position of the station around the planet as we approach and adjust accordingly. Perhaps counterintuitively, we can then deliberately extend our path of travel so as to find the optimal approach angle. We can then apply more advanced piloting skill to try to arrive at the station at a higher speed. Now let's compare 3 different approaches to this station. In the top right is just reducing throttle to 75% at 7 seconds. Top left is the same, but we increase throttle back to 100% as we make the final approach. The bottom left is a high-speed helix of death approach. I have held throttle to max until just before the timer shows 4 seconds. I have started a spiral, or perhaps more accurately a helical pattern, as I approach. I then make a final pass quite close to the planet, which helps decelerate the ship further, and then we can push the throttle back up to 100% as we did before. We can see I have made it to the station about 20 seconds sooner than the technique shown in the previous video. The higher speed helical approach will also make it more difficult for pirates to stay behind you to initiate an interdiction. The example here is by no means perfect, and there will indeed be many players who have a more advanced and precise technique. So please do share your method, and if you have a video showing how you do it, I will happily link to them here.